Friday. TGI frickin' F. We made it. Hello, Friday. Hello, friends.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd consider making it today. Everything that has possibly gone wrong for me to record this happy hour has. So I'm here. If I sound different, I apologize. I'm literally living on a prayer.
Jamie's in witness protection. It's like the podcast equivalent of a pixelated Dateline photo. we're trying to adjust your voice. It's not working out so well. It's just slightly different, but it's all right.
You're Bon Jovi in it.
Well, I got a new phone last weekend, and I'm telling you, I've never had this many issues when I've got a new phone. So I'm completely locked out of my Facebook. I've been on Facebook since November 30th, 2004. So I have to get back in my Facebook. That means I'm also locked out of all my accounts on Facebook. So humorous, millennial, parody parenting, the chief meme officer. And I'm also locked out of the chief meme officer on Instagram. And so this week has been a living hell for me. So anyway, anyone listening from Meta, if you could like reach out, that'd be super great.
Right. If you could give a shit for a second, that would be
fantastic. Like someone help me.
I'm in a Facebook group. I don't mean to throw that in your face because I can access my Meta this week. Sorry.
On Facebook, flips hair.
No worries. But it's like a working mom, lawyers, whatever, Venn diagram. But in it constantly, people are like, does anybody have people would put that to like a legal group. They would be like, who has a contact at Meta to get my friend's internet thing? And I'd be like, no. Like, I appreciate it. And I appreciate reaching out to have a contact, but please don't do that to people. It's like, no, those who are like it is the burden of working at like a known organization.
Yes, for sure.
It's like, if you're an airline, I'm sorry. When I worked at KFC, people would be like, this location was out of chicken. And I'd be like,
okay.
Oh, do you want me to call 1-888 and send you some chicken checks?
1-800-CHICKEN, bitches. I don't know.
Again, but of course, I'm always trying to be a good brand ambassador.
Course,
so like, let me see what I can do and add that to my, stack of things at that to-do list.
But that's every other post on LinkedIn. That's every other post. Does anyone have a Meta contact? Yeah. Oh, my Meta's down. Oh,
exactly.
At tagging the CEO. Let me tell
Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, I have this dream. I live in Dunwoody, and I have this dream of writing a musical about the suburbs, let's say, and specifically Dunwoody. But that I'd have a song called "At Mayor Lynn Deutsch," because we have like a Dunwoody community Facebook page. That's exactly what you'd imagine. And every other post is like, right now the time is like, there's a deer, a deer that met a tragic fate or things like that. And people are like, at Mayor Lynn Deutsch. And so I would have a song called like, at Mayor Lynn Deutsch, at Mayor Lynn Deutsch, because that's the reality of, but anyway.
But I feel like even as HR professionals, like I've been hit up so many times for resume reviews, for benefit questions, and like even because I've worked in healthcare for the last 11 years too, but like just healthcare questions in general. And I'm sure Lawyer Ashley, I'm sure you get hit up all the time. I mean, shit, I've done it myself. Like you're my personal counsel. I think it's like no matter what you do or where you work, even when I worked for Marriott, I was getting hit up all the time for hotel discounts because we could get hotel discounts for friends and family. I mean, I'm talking $60 a night. Now, the problem was, though, if someone messed up a room or like fucked up or got in trouble, you yourself would get your discount taken away. So I was like super stingy with my hotel discount because I was like, fuck you, I barely bill you. You're not going to mess up my hotel discount. So.
Oh, gosh. See, that is it as HR.
I mean, I feel like we do it to everyone, right?
What other jobs are like that? That like, it's got to be IT. Like, it's always the danger. If you get a message, and it's usually a Facebook message from someone you haven't talked to in years. Maybe you worked with them a couple years ago. Maybe you went to high school with them, but they message you with like, "Hey, girl, quick question." And it's either going to be join my MLM, or it's going to be, I need very specific free professional advice. But so Leigh, what other jobs do you think are like that? HR, IT, lawyers for sure. Doctors.
Lawyers for sure. Yeah, I was thinking
Doctors,
doctors, that
nurses.
came to mind, you know? I think that's a big one, and I was thinking about how when I broke my toe because I got super drunk off sangria in my backyard, like, I went straight to, like, an osteo what's the surgeon? Oh, rude, like, I don't even remember their names, like, their fields, you know, but
The
the
periodontist? No, that's a teeth.
yeah, I went to the tooth doctor, yeah, my
Podiatry.
No, no, like, or the orthopedic surgeon. Sorry, I couldn't think of
Oh,
the
yeah.
whole word orthopedic. I mean, come on, you know, talk about a brain fart on a Friday.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, you know, anyone that has an expertise, aren't we just like desperate 99% of our day for someone who knows what the fuck is going on because like we don't know what's going on, you know? Please give me an expert. I'm dying here, you know? Is this broken? Literally sideways and bruised.
Yes.
Go to the ER. Oh, okay. Oh, we go to the ER. Like you just like forget what to do.
No, but you're always holding out that hope that they're gonna be like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just go to Walgreens. Here, it's on aisle 13." Like,
Exactly.
you're just living your life hoping someone will have
Yes.
specific, convenient, affordable advice, and it's not gonna happen.
There you go. See, so maybe we're looking for hope and we're looking for expertise.
Yeah.
That's why people come to us all the time, any HR professional. What do you think about my resume? Looks great. Like, you know, here's a little hope and then here's a little expertise and my experience, right? I mean, so we all do it. But in your case, Jamie, you do it so much, like, surely it can come back around. Like, don't you just want some of that to come back around? Like,
Hopefully, Mark Zuckerberg, please, for the love of God.
someone for Meta, please.
Yeah, you'd think they'd want you to be,
I mean, I don't think they give a shit about me, but that's okay. I mean, I get it. I get it. I'm just one person, but it's been insanely frustrating. My husband's stressed out for me. I mean, I've been a mess, and I switched carriers, and I had been with Sprint / T-Mobile since literally 2005, and I switched carriers, and it's just been like a literal nightmare. It's just been like one of those, like, why did I switch type things? Like I'm hitting myself over the head.
well, you got Black Friday. You got
Yeah, we
Black
did get a
Friday,
very good deal.
right?
I got one for Jones, who's my almost 12-year-old. So we got insanely great deals. But Jesus, it's been a pain in the ass.
Oh.
That's why you don't switch. You got to be careful. It's just, I mean, honestly, that level of switch, that's why I don't even switch grocery lines. Like, oh, that one looks like it's moving. Do you want to come to this line? Nope. Because I know you're opening it up, but if you do, your register's going to be broken. And I'm going to be shuffling back here and awkwardly like, oh, do I go back to the place I was or head to the back of the line? I don't switch.
Oh, so you're pretty risk adverse then on that.
I went to law school.
Right. Oh, so maybe it's something like, what is it? Goldilocks, right? There's gotta be that warm, perfect bowl in the middle, you know?
Are you in the middle there, Leigh? You're our middle. Yeah.
Probably, you know? Like, I'll definitely switch lines. I'm really competitive with that,
I'll
you
switch
know?
lines
Like, oh,
too.
yeah, it's this line.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing all the calculations in my head, you know? But let me tell you, I don't like switching my phone. Y'all know I just went through that myself, and I'm still paying for it, you know? So
I know. I don't understand why it's so difficult.
But we're paying for it because you can't post it. You can't post on our shared channel. And so I have a personal gripe against your.
I can't start a new Instagram account. I can't start shit. I can't get my personal one up. I can't do,
Yeah.
and I'm afraid now, right? It's learn how. I mean, I'm just afraid, like, because I'm just trying to keep HR Manifesto at least.
Well, that's the thing. It's
Like, don't punish
I
me.
appreciate the security measures. Like I do. I honestly do. But Jesus Christ, can I get into my own fucking account?
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Anyways, Good Friday rant, right? Which is part of the, always part of a happy hour bar talk.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, gosh. Anything going on? Positive?
Well, no.
Oh, damn.
I did have an update, but I did have an update that's like a cringe, like secondhand cringe. which we've talked about a little bit, like the whole like exempt salary thing that got struck down in court. And I kind of made some things saying, if like, it's kind of awkward because like the January 1st one got struck down, but also the July 1st increase that got struck down. And, I'm like, just beware if you have increased people's salaries and you're going to go back to them and like take that pay away now because a judge said you don't have to, it's probably not going to be received well. Let me tell you who did not see my advice on that, or probably did not care about my or anyone else's advice on that. And that is Ohio State University. The Ohio State University. So a manager method follower had sent me this, and they're like, remember when you said to be careful if you take people's pay away? Here it is. And they sent me an article from the Columbus Dispatch. But basically, Ohio State, two things. One is like there was a pay increase July 1st, and then the other one coming January 1st. Ohio State made a change on November 1st. And it was a little unclear whether that was like, but let's just say if that was anticipating the January 1st, like they did that 2 months early. Like, okay, kudos. Good for you. Help people get through the holidays. Love that. But so they implemented that November 1st. November 15th, the judge in Texas, federal judge, strikes it down. No, it doesn't apply. A week later, 306 employees from Ohio State get an email that's like, remember that pay increase from November 1st? Well, you can keep it. We're going to do you solid. You can keep it for November, December, but we're going to take it away January 1st. We're going to roll back.
Ugh.
That is so rude.
And the thing I don't like in particular, aside from all of it, is HR sent this letter. And I will say, my money is that HR didn't make this decision. And we will talk about this. But the spokesman, when the newspaper's like, hey, we heard about this, the spokesman's like, well, we did it in alignment with the court decision.
Actually.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I have read every page of these court decisions. The court decision did not say take money from your employees. It said you don't have to do this, but it's like from a goodwill. So don't use that misleading language. Be straight up and be like, we decided now. And they also said altogether, they're saving about $2 million with these by not taking back these salary increases. $2 million in total.
And spending it on football.
Well, exactly. They're spending on football, which they also had to spend $100,000 after the fight with Michigan last Saturday. But they have a pretty much brand new president like this year. And in August, they already increased that president's pay, like $35,000 in salary, and gave him $160-something thousand performance bonus. And this is my general thing, is like, it's not just a drag on Ohio State. Like my grandfather actually went to Ohio State, but it is this principle of like, if you're going to do things and affect the people that are your organization, they can often see, or they're wondering what happens to leaders at the top. And when it's publicized, being a public university, you are sending such a strong, awful signal. So that one really, I think it's shameful.
Damn. Wow, it is. I can't believe the spokesman didn't go on there and just throw HR under the bus, like globally. You know what I mean? Well, HR told us not to.
I'm surprised the statement didn't say HR's not your friend, and close quote.
For real.
But when I saw this, and the letter to employees had come at least from HR, but I was like, I bet HR is the messenger here, because HR does not have an incentive to do this rollback, but the board of trustees and the finance department does.
Absolutely. On the contrary, though, right? So, I mean, for those who aren't in HR or in a function like finance or, on the leadership team, what happened is HR did a shit ton of work. They did a ton of work, and they did all they could to infuse some sort of equity, right? I mean, they analyzed everything. We do so much analysis. People do not get that. And we presented something probably that was solid. Right? Like, we're going to be in the green. This is going to be great and feel good. And this is going to make us more market competitive. This is going to help with retention. This is going to help with whatever, right? All the things, and it's the holidays, and it's, all the things, right? And then that happens. And then someone probably in a text message, probably a leader in a text message was like, oh, did you see that ruling in Texas? Never mind. Let's go ahead and roll this back. And finance and leadership went and made that decision and probably cascaded the comms for it internally with themselves without even informing HR. No shit, right? And then it comes publicly with the comms team, a random person, and finance, admin,
Put they're disappointed in there because the letter's like, we know you're disappointed. Put that, show some empathy. We know you're disappointed. Oh,
you should be angry. I would be so angry.
yeah. I think that's one of a variety of adjectives, the least of the adjectives people are going
I'd
to
have so many resumes out there. I'd be rage applying.
Yeah, I mean, but I would dare to guess that the amount of money is probably far less than like for that next year budget wise than anything else. You know what I mean? Like a
Comparatively.
thing to coach or
Well, and what you're going to have to pay to hire the replacements and train these people that are going to be GTFOing their way into the new year.
Like the increases for how many people?
It's like 306 people.
300 people. That increase, the effect on payroll, the EOP there, as some organizations call it, is going to be far less than what that football coach gets paid
which
for a year.
Also tells me that 306 people are probably underpaid.
And also like that, the Department of Labor is appealing that decision. Again, I don't think anything's going to happen. And now there's a new administration, but also interestingly, and I was texting with the girls about this, but I was like, the new head of the Department of Labor coming in under the Trump administration was incredibly surprising to me. If you haven't looked into her, she's like candidly about as pro-employee as you're going to see in a Republican administration, just historically. Like she is a supporter of what's called the PRO Act, which is like a pro-unionization. And so again, my guess
of a
is
Teamster.
Exactly, endorsed by the Teamsters. And so what had happened last time was, Obama's administration rule got struck down. President Trump came in, basically had this compromise. And I don't personally anticipate another increase coming, assuming this one gets struck down. But it's certainly possible. And so you may take this back and have the yo-yo. Anyway, in short, no.
Ooh, in short, ooh. Bleh. Bleh. It's great when you can get someone a gift they wouldn't necessarily get for themselves, isn't it? That little bit of luxury that they don't know they're even missing. For quality gifts at an affordable price, my go-to is Quince. Quince lets you treat your loved ones and yourself to everyday luxury at an affordable price. I have quite a number of Quince pieces in my closet. My favorite, though, is this totally cozy and comfy blush colored, what is it? A little hoodie. Oh, love. Love, love, love. Gift luxury this holiday season without the luxury price tag. Go to quince.com/HRBesties for 365-day returns plus free shipping on your order. That's QUINCE.com/HRBesties to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/HRBesties. Happy shopping. Oh gosh, but if you work for the Ohio State University HR department, shit, man, like we feel you. Like we know how all of that, we know.
We know, we are coded.
We know, we've been there. We've been there.
You can send us a message from your personal device. You can send it anonymously on hrbesties.com and just write, code word Freebird, and we know.
They done fucked up. They done fucked up. My eyes are literally watering for them. Like that's how I've lived that multiple times, all that effort. They worked on that for so long. I mean, all the things. And then they went off and did it without consulting. Oh, like the anger, Oh, we see you. We see you.
We see you. I know Leigh's crying over it. I made a video on this and I got comments from people that are like, here's me, one of the people affected. And feel like they're real. And because that's what they're doing is those employees are spending their time on TikTok and Instagram. And most importantly, like all the job application sites to flee. That's what happens.
So recruiters out there, start scooping up the Ohio State employees.
Oh gosh, that happens, right? That's a good place to target. The headlines tell you exactly what organizations to go to.
Yeah. You tell someone making high $30,000, $40,000, getting ready for the holidays, telling their family, no, January 1st, we counted on this. Yeah.
Well,
no
damn.
more.
Well, I
No
appreciate
more.
that update. It's very Grinchy.
So I know you asked for something positive. I'm positive that was a decision I would never personally advise people to make. Quite the opposite. So right now, if your organization's trying to figure out what to do,
Exactly. Yeah, do the opposite. Just go forward. You know what I mean? No take backsies. That's just rude.
exactly, official.
Oh, well, on that note, happy Friday to everyone except the Ohio State University decision makers on that one. We hope you have a relaxing one. Enjoy the holiday season.
See you next week, and we do have a Wednesday episode next week.
Yes, surprise bonus episode.
Bonus episode.
Whoop whoop.